Two nuclear powers, decades of rivalry, and now one brutal terror attack has reignited old fires. Are India and Pakistan inching towards another war? Let's unpack everything from history to breaking developments right now. To understand today's crisis, you have to go back to 1947 when India and Pakistan, during the split for independence from Britain, Kashmir became a disputed territory, two nations claiming one region. Since then, 3 wars, countless border skirmishes, nuclear weapons added to the mix in 1998, and Kashmir still divided by heavily militarized lines of control. Add to that an insurgency that erupted in 1989, fueled by local grievances and militant groups. New Delhi accuses Islamabad of backing the insurgents. Pakistan says it only offers political support. Fast forward through these crises, like the 1999 Kargil War, the 2001 Indian parliamentary attack, and the 2008 Mumbai attacks, and you have a relationship defined by distrust, tragedy, and missed opportunities for peace. It's a powder keg. And in April 2025, it was lit again, in the popular tourist town of Pahalgam, Kashmir, a place known for its rolling green meadows. Gunmen attacked unarmed tourists. 26 people were killed, 17 wounded. Most were Hindu pilgrims from across India, plus one Nepalese national. The Resistance Front, a group India links to the infamous Lashkar al-Taiba, quickly claimed responsibility. For India, this wasn't just an attack on civilians, it was an attack on national pride, unity, and security. The Prime Minister, Modi, didn't mince his words. He called it a cowardly massacre and vowed those responsible would face consequences beyond their imagination. And so what was already a strained relationship has unraveled very fast. Within 48 hours of the attack, India took dramatic steps, signalling there was no ordinary crisis. Suspending the Indus Water Treaty, a 60-year-old agreement that governs crucial river sharing agreements, closing a major border crossing, and cancelling visas, restricting travel, and pulling back diplomatic staff from Islamabad. Pakistan's response? Swift and fiery, closing its own borders, suspending trade agreements, and even putting the 1972 Simla Agreement, the foundation of their ceasefire lines, on hold. Both nations are now operating in a diplomatic vacuum. No dialogue, no trust, and no clear off-ramps to avoid escalation. And while diplomats traded barbs, soldiers have traded bullets. For the first time since 2021 ceasefire understanding, India and Pakistani troops have engaged in gunfire across the line of control. In places like the Lipa Valley and Poonch, shots have rung out. Not large-scale battles, but worrying skirmishes that show how fragile the situation is. Both militaries have mobilized quietly, troop movements, air defense systems activated, fighter jets on standby. One Indian military official warned, "We're not escalating, but we're prepared." It's a thin line between readiness and provocation. Inside both countries, emotions are boiling over. In India, anger is palpable. Nationalist protesters have erupted. Media anchors are calling for a tough military response. Hashtags such as revenge and justice for Pahalgam trend across Indian social media. In Pakistan, the mood is defiant but anxious. Leaders reject India's allegation, but ordinary citizens worry. Could another 2019-style conflict be looming? Meanwhile, the world is worried. The United Nations called for maximum restraint. The United States has offered to mediate. Even China is quietly urging calm, fearing a regional instability that could spill over into wider economic shocks. Everyone knows A war between two nuclear states is a nightmare that no one can afford. So what's next? Right now, both India and Pakistan seem locked in a high-stakes steering contest. Neither side wants a full-blown war, but neither side wants to look weak either. India is demanding concrete action, arrests, crackdown on militant networks. Pakistan is demanding evidence and international investigation rather than unilateral blame. This situation is dangerous because the longer tension simmers, the more likely a spark could ignite a much larger conflict. And history tells us, when India and Pakistan reach this point, it's often not leaders who control the next step, but events spiraling beyond anyone's control. The story of India and Pakistan is a story of tragedy, hope, and missed chances. Will this be another chapter of war, or the start of a fragile peace? We'll be watching closely. Hit subscribe and stay tuned for updates on this unfolding crisis, and more deep dives into the world's biggest flashpoints. I'm that Intel guy. Thanks for watching, stay curious, and stay informed. See you!